blades flicking each hand. Siren stutter, crew runs blind. Russian curses spill behind. Dripping pipes drum overhead. Every shadow wants them dead. Surf ninja beach boogie on a midnight raid. Spirit dance spinning with a bloody blade. Keep that iron fleet trembling at the edge of the waves. Surf ninja beach boogie in the ocean waves. Chart room shaking, maps take flight. Hydrophone hissing light. Periscope spin sees the shore. Mask and board on the water's roar. On the swells they draw their line. Bare feet stamping, beating time. Salt on lips, toes and sand. Spirit dance kills every command. Surf ninja beach boogie on a midnight raid. Spirit dance burning through the crimson chain of command. Keep that iron fleet drifting far away from our land. Surf ninja beach boogie till they understand. Left foot, right foot, healing foam. Call the storm and send them home. Decks run red, the ghost advance, but the tide swings wide for the spirit dance. Surf ninja beach boogie, shake the breaking waves. Spirit dance rising like a tidal wave. Keep that iron fleet turning back the way it came. Surf ninja beach boogie, remember the name.
Howdy, howdy, it's your old pal, Tiki the Hut. And yes, it actually says Tiki on the piece of paper. And I actually have a surprise today from I guess a fan, or a friend. Friend is better. Fan sounds awkward. A friend. Someone who enjoys the stream and channels like that. A local buddy of mine. Alright, so what is the surprise? What do we have? Alright, so let's open this bag. It's not Square Grouper, sadly. And here it is. Years of anticipation. Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, it is a zombie hula ghoul. Oh ho ho, yeah. I got a buddy to 3D print me some of these zombie hula girls that are designed in Hero Forge. Yep, so now when you hear all the songs, all the things about the zombie hula girls, it's monoposed, which I'm still totally fine for. I don't care at all. I'm really happy with how they came out. I'm not sure how many I got. I think it printed me a shit ton. So we got 4. We'll count them off in box 5. Song Zombie Jamboree. No, but I'll check it out, Mike. Sounds awesome. Alright. So that's what we'll be painting today. Alright. Glorious. Alright, so it's at least 10. I need 12 as a minimum to run it. Oh yeah, I definitely got 12. Alright, so that right there is two 6-man squads. Oh, Snap. All right, we're at 15. See if we can get 20. I do like that they're on bases too, actually. It's basing a lot of these here. All right. Oh man, zombie horde is still coming. Looks like at least 20. Maybe we can get 24. 24 would be awesome because then I can take 2 groups of 12 as the emperor of. Hey, Squidfist, what's going on? I am showing off. I had someone 3D print me some zombie hula ghouls. These are the ones I designed in Hero Forge, which is actually really cool. Right, I'm pretty excited. All right, I got 26 of them. That is epic. I'm pretty stoked. Oh, nice, the homemade battle mat. That's super cool. Nice, Mike. I'm glad you asked and you actually got that character. It's pretty cool. Alright, so what we're going to do is I will take the mic with me. We're going to put these ladies in a box and we're going to frame them. Did anybody actually at Adepticon? I'm definitely planning on going next year. Hey, what's going on, Baron? Oh, nice. You and Tom are there? That's awesome. Yeah, for you guys joining the stream, we officially have some zombie hula girls. We're going to start printing them, or start painting them. Yeah, I saw some of the Cosmic's pictures. Sadly, I was crazy busy today. Oh, nice. Posted some reveals and morning shot. Yeah, nice. How was it? Glad to hear Adepticon's going well. So I'm actually currently, I stepped away to prime about 12 of them, 12 of these, and that's what we'll be painting tonight. We'll actually be painting some zombie hula girls. We'll be talking about the event we have going on the 17th and 18th of next month, the West Pond of December. All right. I'm sad I definitely didn't make it to Adepticon, but like I said, I definitely plan on doing it next year. Actually, I wanted to go. I think I really wanted to go last year, and I didn't really understand like what a big event it was. And I was like, oh my god, you gotta like really plan that thing. This year has had a lot of moving parts. It definitely wasn't in the books. Had a lot of places, a lot of things to do. We'll say, like, has it been that long since Konflikt 47 Second Edition came out? I mean, it's been a little while. 6 months, maybe? You just need to tackle every Krieger you find and see if it's Cosmic. Like, Cosmic, is that you? No. Tackle the next one. Cosmic, is that you? No. I agree. That's exactly what you should do. Yeah, I know Angry Joe is a very big bolt action fan. I don't think I'd ever seen him play Konflikt 47 before, but I know he was a huge Warhammer fan, Warhammer 40k fan, so it makes sense that he'd be big into Konflikt 47. Hey, what's going on, bots? We got some zombie hula girls in, and right now I'm priming some as we speak, so I can actually start painting them on stream. Yeah, I saw that photo, Mike. That was awesome. That's definitely a cool thing to have. Yeah, I've watched Angry Joe since the Fable 3 review. What was that, 2010, 2011? That's awesome. Well, like I said, I'll definitely try and be there next year. But yeah, no, he actually has some pretty good bolt action videos on his channel. I liked when he was trying to learn bolt action. I'll never forget. I think he took like a whole bunch of like jeeps and trucks with weapons, and like they didn't really tell him, or I guess they told him, but he forgot about the rule that, you know, if the enemy's closer, the thing's destroyed. So he kept destroying all his fucking trucks and he got pissed. It was pretty funny. I was like, there you go. That's a realistic depiction of bolt action. There's one guy excited with his new models, then another guy quietly sitting on the other side of the table like, I'm gonna fucking wreck you. Like, well, what is it? What is it with, you know, not just bolt action or Konflikt 47, but also Warhammer 40k? Like, when you finally get a new model, you built it, you paint it, and it always seems like the next game you run it in is gonna absolutely get obliterated. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a huge tank, a squad of infantry, even just like a lone hero. I always feel like when you get excited about a model and you build it and paint it, in the very next game it just gets whoosh. Your King Tiger got pinned down by Chinden to the flamethrower. Yep, there it is. See, I'm telling you. That's exactly how it goes. So I paint all my stuff before the game because nothing is special. See, I paint mine just before the game because I need that last minute sheer inspiration and panic to help me get me through. We are not the same. See Burma about transport. Sorry, let me take a look. Oh, I don't see anything in the. Oh, I thought you were talking about our Discord, but I don't see anything in the Burma thing. Oh, no. All right. All right, so we're waiting on these Zombie Hula Girls to prime. Let's talk a little bit about what's going to be happening next month. So I'm going to be streaming as normal, except for give me a second here. Alright, so I will not be streaming the 17th or the 18th because, like I said, we'll be playing our event those 2 days. And that's for next month. Oh yeah. Wait, do we play a game of Burma? Why am I not remembering Burma? Can you let me drive by my trucks? I don't. Have I gone crazy, Arcade? I don't remember a Burma game. I remember we had two Malta games. I don't think we've done Burma yet. We did all the Caribbean stuff. Malta. Oh, thank God. Oh, I'm so glad you were confused, not me. I literally thought we just like met up and played an event, and I didn't remember it at all. I'm like, oh man. Oh no. I was terrified. That's what it was. Okay, yeah, Malta. Yeah. Okay, I remember Barry's now. Okay, yeah, totally remember Barry's. Yeah, those good times. All right. So, for those of you who are attending the event, what we're still planning on. Hey, Sam, I am the motorcycle man. What's going on? You're just in time for some actual zombie hula ghouls. I got someone to 3D print them. I'm waiting on some to prime right now. So, once they're primed, that's what we'll be painting. So those of you going to the event, once upon a time in December. Right now, we're looking at. I'm waiting on an email, a final email back from Warpfire. I know they're busy with Adepticon, so I'm not stressing it. And you guys know me, I'm a low stress, guerrilla style tabletop war gamer. Like, it doesn't have to be this big, huge, fancy event with like advertising and banners and streaming. Now we like to keep it low key, you know? No, Sam I Am the Motorcycle Man is not Berlin Sam, but Berlin Sam is a cool guy. 100%. But Sam was part of the team that did print these, so that's pretty cool. Sam was part of the team that helped me get these guys. Okay. So for those of you who attended the event, like I said, I'm waiting to hear back finally, but what I'm thinking is we're gonna get at least 5 tables. We're still waiting to see if we're gonna do the 750 point thing or not. I may just bring 2,000 points of Japanese and just play against another player. If so, I'm likely gonna go up against you, Arcade. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think we've really played each other yet, so it'll be pretty fun. I have at least so I know I have Irish coming. I have to double check on Irish. I have RK and RK plus 1. I'll look up her Discord name. I think it's T Totter. Yeah, T Totter. So I have RK and T Totter coming. I'm coming. That's 3. Irish is likely coming. That's 4. I know I have one guy coming with Soviets, so that'll be 5. I have another guy coming with Axis. Hold on. I think I counted that wrong. RK, T Totter, Irish, me. Hold on. RK, T Totter, Irish, me. The Soviet guy and the Axis guy. All right, so we at least have 6. 6 out of 10. So even numbers good. I like even numbers. Even numbers are fine. So we at least gonna have 3 tables going on. So it's gonna be a pretty good time. So we're showing up on the 17th, which is a Friday. I'll be there from opening to close, and what it's gonna be is it's just gonna be a casual hangout. Show up. I'll order pizza. We'll have soft drinks. The point of the 17th is just a meet and greet. You can bring your army if you want, so people can kind of see it, you know, take a time to look at it, because the next day we'll be voting on most talented. But the big thing is, yeah, just to get to know the people you're playing with, kind of hang out. A lot of us haven't seen each other in a while. Oh, I just realized I have no Tiki. Oh. Sorry about that, guys. I literally just realized I'm missing. Sorry about that. I've done this before, I promise. Yeah, nobody said anything like there's a missing Tiki. It's the Ghost Attack Tiki. You know, I was hanging out with the Ghost Attack squad. Alright, there we go. There we go. Your face stick malfunctioning is exactly what it is. Alright, I'm back. I'm alive. Okay, so Friday is the 17th, supposed to be just a chill day. And also, it's our day to support the shop, you know, because for those of you who haven't been to Warpfire Games, it's huge. It's like tabletop heaven. It's amazing. Everything is highly themed, so when you walk in, they have a very friendly front shop. It's got a couple learning tables there. It's got plenty of paint and bases and a fridge full of snacks and drinks, and yes, actual snacks. Super friendly people working the front counter, and display cases of armies. If you go past that straight, you're going to go into this massive, huge, like, warehouse, and it's just wargaming tables. Almost as far as the eye can see, right? Like, at least 20. And then up on the walls is just 40k stock. There's a whole bunch of 40k decor and props. There's 2 restrooms in there, too, which is pretty nice. Now, that's just the main room. Now, when you go back to that front room, if you were to hang a left, and you go through the tunnel, and you go through, not the tunnel, but you go through, like, the building of awesomeness, the first room you come into is Fantasy Warhammer. So that's your Age of Sigmar, that's your Old World, that's all sorts of cool stuff. It's themed, it's decorated, it's got like 3 or 4 tables, and just stuff all over the walls, right? All different models. Then you hang a right, and you go through there, you're going to pass another bathroom, and then you'll get into that. The next room is going to be, I know this one, hold on. Oh, Lord of the Rings. It's Lord of the Rings and a bunch of other medieval style fantasy stuff. And some old world stuff, now I think about it. And a couple tables. Oh, and the football one, where's that? Blood Bowl. Now you take a left, and you enter in one of the coolest rooms. The coolest room is pirate stuff, so it's Blood and Plunder, Port Royal, and Blood and Oak, and Bolt Action Conflict 47. And usually that's where they have their coolest tables. So last time I was there, they had this huge Mordheim table. The time before, they actually had the fort from San Castillo. They actually had the fort from St. Augustine. So, yeah, it's got multiple rooms that are all themed. There's just cool stuff everywhere, man. It's an absolute blast. We're hoping to get 5 tables in that main warehouse. As I said, they have plenty of tables. We're not really detracting from anything. And that'll be on the 18th. So while we're there on the 17th, just walk around shopping, hanging out. It's a meet and greet. It's also a good time to get in some games too. So if you actually want to get in a legit game of Konflikt 47, you know, that's a good time to do it as well. That would actually be a really good time to do it. Or if you just want to play like some smaller games or just do whatever, that works too. Like I said, we'll be there. I'll be there from opening to close. We'll be hanging out. The next day is the game day. So what that is I want to say it opens at, so it opens at 12. I'll be there at 12, but we'll start from 1 to 9 o'clock because they close at 10. So an hour past opening, an hour before closing. That's the hours of the actual event. So it's going to be about 8 hours. So we're going to get there, you know, you're going to get there, we'll point you ahead of time where your table is the day before, or if it's the first day, if you're only going for the second day, that's fine. We'll show up there, we'll tell you where your table is, you'll get set up, we'll read what the mission is for your table. Again, it's 2K versus 2K, Armored Platoon is your base. And I'll pass around your paper so you can actually vote on what do you think is the best painted army, who you think's the most Tiki, as in like, most sportsmen, stuff like that, and we'll just get in there, start throwing dice. Because the 2K game, it shouldn't take 8 hours, even with like the most laid back and chilling and chatting. It won't take 8 hours, but especially because there's a lot of tanks and walkers. But just in case, same thing. I'm going to be providing pizza and soft drinks again, so the food's covered. I think it's going to be a good time. I'll probably stop you guys about halfway, take a quick break. You know, we'll break for chow. We'll pass out some pizzas. That way you can walk around. Hopefully that'll put greasy pizza hands on people's models, but you can walk around, look at everybody's table. You know, and hopefully it'll be about halfway through the battle, so you'll be able to pause and look at how the war's going on the other tables. You can kind of vote on what you think's the best army and stuff like that nature, or most painted. And then, you know, once everyone's done, then we'll actually pass out the awards. There's going to be prize support for most tactical, most talented, and most Tiki. So again, for those of you who attended the event before, you kind of know this. What most tactical is whoever you saw, or whoever, you know, because you'll talk to each other, so you'll overhear things, you'll see who's excited and stuff like that. Whoever pulled off the most like tactical maneuver, you know. So write that down, jot that out. Like, so you can talk amongst yourselves about like, hey, what you saw, who did something cool. And what I mean by that is, trying to think of a good example would be like if someone had like a King Tiger X with a rail cannon like parked up on a hill, you know, and it actually already deleted one tank. So somebody else just started like putting smoke in front of the King Tiger, forcing it to move, you know, that would be kind of a very tactical move. So you'll vote for who's most tactical. Then we have most talented. You're going to vote for who has the most talented army. What I mean by most talented is not just painting, because, you know, some people are better at painting than others, but it also is theming. You know, it's their overall theme. The only thing is, for that award, the army does have to be at least battle ready. Even if they have the best theming in the world, they have like one gray tank, I'm still glad they're there. There's no requirement to have a painted army to play in the event. But if you don't have a fully battle ready army, every model, then unfortunately you can't be a contender for most talented. I think it's fair. You're not really missing out on anything, just a prize, you know? So it actually is a encouragement to fully paint your armies, you know? So there'll be prize support for most talented. And the last one is most Tiki. So what most Tiki is okay, what is battle ready? Thank you, RK, I appreciate that. So what is battle ready? Okay, these nuns. This nun is an example of battle ready. Wait for it to pop up on screen here. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit of a delay for me. Alright, so this nun is battle ready. There's at least 3 colors. You can see the gray gravestone. You can see the white on her stockings. You can see the black on her shoes and her clothing. You know, she has a red apple and skin tone, right? And it's also fully based. It has a colored base. You don't have to have stuff on your base, but it's a colored base. So this is battle ready. Same thing. This is battle ready. You know, the wooden staff, brown, skin tone, white, black. Perfect. It's actually 4 colors, right? And it's based. Doesn't have to be fancy. Yeah, 3 colors. So yeah, it has to be 3. So the model has to be painted. I know it sounds weird. The model has to be painted, and it's 3 colors and based. So what I mean by that is to be like, you know, some people just like half paint their model, like not paint their tank. And you can tell too. It's hard to explain, but you can see some people try and like get inspired, like, oh hey, I forgot to finish this one vehicle. You know what I mean? Like, hey, my army has 3 colors, but I forgot I didn't finish this one vehicle. And it's like half gray, half painted. You know what I mean? So, just fully painted, 3 colors. I like it, Commander. It was a good joke. It warranted a repeat. I like it. But yeah, so that's how you get, you have to be based and battle ready to be in the competition for Best Painted. Last award is generally the biggest prize support too, is most Tiki, and that's the most sportsmanlike. So what that is exactly what it sounds. Who was the person that you really enjoyed playing? Now I know this is weird because you're only playing one person, so you're like, how's that gonna work, you know? You got ears, you got eyes, you can see who's having fun, who's not having fun, who's, you know, very lively, who's a great person. Like I said, during that lunch break, you'll be able to walk around and chat with each other and stuff like that, so definitely keep your ears peeled and stuff like that, and just vote for whoever it is. It should go without saying, but I'll definitely say it. I am not available for any of the awards. I know it sounds kind of arrogant to say that ahead of time, but again, I'm putting on the event, so don't vote for the Imperial Japanese Army at all. The winner of the Tiki Award, so that's one of the cool things we do, is I bring in an actual Tiki mask, and everyone who shows up signs it, and we put the name of the event on it. And whoever wins the most Tiki Award, you generally get a giant fuck-off bag full of gifts and prize support, and you go home with the actual Tiki mask, too. So that's actually really neat. All right. The Mimo Obama, yeah, exactly. Put the Medal of Freedom on himself. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. All right, give me about 2 minutes. I'm gonna step away and I'm gonna prime the other side of these models. So hopefully we can start painting some zombie hula girls on stream. Alright, and I'm back, and I was just looking, turn back for 1 minute. Alright, so I'm back from priming, and I was just taking a look at the model. And they're monopose, but I don't think that's big of a deal. I think we're going to do kind of a rotten skin color. We're going to go a very, very dark green on all the palm fronds. I'm not sure if we're going to do like a dead grass style tan on the things on her feet. She also has some grass on her wrist as well. And I think for each one of them, I'm going to do a different, or I'm going to try to do a different color. I mean, there's a lot of them. But I'm going to alternate, there you go, I'm going to alternate colors of the bikini tops. You know, red, blue, purple, white, green, blue. I think I said blue. Yeah, I imagine something like out of The Dictator, you know? Carry my own applause sign, that'd be great. Yeah, I think for that contrasted color, yeah, I think we're gonna go kind of dead grass around the ankles. Ooh, that's not a bad idea, RK. I appreciate that. Yeah, good call. I do have paint pens. But yeah, so again, talking about the event, and then that'll be it. Like I said, at the end of it, we'll call it. You know, we'll pass out the awards, and then I'll do breakdown. You guys are free to take the pizza and soft drinks as you go. So hopefully it's 2 days. I know some people are actually traveling for it, so that way it's nice and kind of worth it. You know, you get 2 days of gaming in. Chow provided, which is always nice. And like I said, you can play small games, you know, on the first day, like you do Yubu, whatever you want to do, that's awesome. I'll be available if anyone wants to, like, game or hang out or whatever. But on the second day, man, it's we're going right into it, right into this big old 2,000 point, you know, Walker tank smash. I don't think I'm good enough to pull off leopard print. Ooh, but I might be able to do, like, a zebra one, like just some white with black stripes. I might be able to pull that off. Yeah, so I think these are pretty cool. Apparently they were a pain in the ass to print, even with like the STL I have. I think it was the base that made it difficult. I don't know. So, anyone interested, I have the STL. I'm happy to give it to you if you want to try and print it. But from right here, these are difficult to print. We're just waiting on one of them to be dried, primered, so I can actually start painting that one as my example model. Emu pattern. Needs a yellow polka dot bikini. Yes, and that song is actually on my like surf rock playlist. Believe it or not, I love that song. Yeah, RK, the way it's looking at it, if you want to pass on to T-Totter, hopefully I'm saying the name right, go 2,000. I think me too. I think I'm going to show up with 2,000 points as well. Instead of doing like a small 750 point, I think I'm just going to go with a big 2,000 point as well. And like I said, once I get all the armies, I'm going to pair people up. So I'm going to try and pair people up with who I think will be like a fun game for them. But just a heads up, RK, I think I'm coming for you, buddy. So I think RK, I'm pretty sure you're bringing Soviets, Red Army. So be a nice Imperial Japanese versus Red Army. My favorite and most classic of all matchups. My favorite nemesis. And if I do remember to bring a mask, that was the problem last time. If I remember to bring a mask, I will try and live stream. We'll see how it goes. No, I said I'm just having fun painting my Blue Legion now, so. Alright, take it easy, Mike, man. I appreciate you hanging out, buddy. Oh yeah, hey, Mike, shoot me a DM with all your links. I want to watch your all your social media, all the pictures and videos you take. That's awesome, man. Okay, it's the same as your YouTube. Okay, never mind. All right, I'll find it. I got you, brother. Hey, thanks for checking in, Mike. It's good chatting with you again. Hey, what's going on, Francis? We are just waiting on some of these zombie hula girls to finish being primed, and we're going to start painting them. I'm super, super excited. I've been waiting years for these models. Because Warlord Games apparently won't release them. They won't release the, they don't have the testicles to release these. Should I send one to Warlord Games? Oh. Okay, let me reach out to some people I know. So that way, because I know it's a very interesting time in the world, so you gotta be very careful mailing people packages. But if it's chill, let me reach out to them and I'll mail them a zombie hula girl. That would be pretty cool. Try to get some stickers from the channel and stuff, send them to them. That'd be pretty funny. Put yourself right up. Oh, yeah. Oh, damn. No, that's a good point. That's a good point, RK. I think that would put me on the radar. Maybe not. Maybe not. Like, who the fuck sent us a box of zombies? What are these, hula girls? Who does this? Who has the audacity, the sheer audacity? Alright, Commander, what do you mean by skulls or 2 Warhammer 40k? I'm curious. Oh, you mean for basing? Oh, okay. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, because not a lot of time passed. You gotta remember, 40K had been fighting for like millennia, so there's skulls everywhere. Not that many skulls in Konflikt 47. We've been fighting for like, I don't know, 17 years, almost 20 years. Allowed to be done. Ooh. Glad to be done with my battle report. Still waiting for my Steel Legion plastic. Nice. Shrink zombies for Konflikt 47. That's exactly what these are. These are zombie hula girls for Konflikt 47. For the Imperial Japanese, for their Shibito, that's exactly what these are. Oh, you deleted his message. Okay. I can see it in Dresden. Yeah. I don't even think there's skulls left, just dust. Alright, I'm sorry to kind of be stalling and chit chat with you guys. I'm just waiting for this model to dry, so we can paint one and get our template model, that we know how to paint all the other ones. That's definitely what we'll be doing tomorrow, is paint these girls up. You can keep typing and speaking in that backwards Cyrillic alphabet if you want, man. I'll put a McDonald's on the corner of every one of your cities. Alright, so let's start laying out our paints on what we're thinking here. So I'm thinking orc flesh for the palm fronds. We're going to leave that dead grass, the Xandri dust. We're going to need Bugman Glow. You're not Bugman Glow. Alright, the fun part of the stream where you can't see what I'm doing and I'm digging around, cursing off stream, looking for one paint. Bugman Glow, you rat bastard. I know I just bought one of you. A new one. About to fight my paints. What's going on, Jenny? How you doing? We finally have zombie hula girls, and we're about to paint a test model. Yes, it said taint, not paint. It's actually kind of funny. All right. That's Gilman flesh, but I don't want to use Gilman flesh yet. Oh, I see. You're hiding behind the purple. Alright. Bugman Glow. Oh. Okay, we'll use the purple for the first bikini will be purple. What else do we need here? Oh, the hair. Contrast black for the hair. Ooh, but I don't think we're gonna use Bugman Glow. She's dead. Yeah, I think Death Guard green and not Bugman Glow. Ooh, and for Chivity, Maybe with this. Alright, there we go. Alright. Jaeger helmet, half track and 40k. Yeah, so that's one thing I want to say. I think somebody already pointed out. I put it in morning in the stream, but I don't think you saw it. I noticed when they did that, like everybody else, so everybody saw the Age of Sigmar that Warhammer 40k put out. We're like, yeah, that's very Trench Crusade-y, right? And then they're, because they're losing people to Trench Crusade, or they were, right? Trench Crusade kind of with the submarine screen door. And they're losing people to Bolt Action Konflikt 47, so what do they come out with? A lot of guard models, including a half-track and an armored car. And then the Kill Team releasing, like, just like Ghost or Tolarian Desert Raiders. You can run them as anything. I was like, oh, okay, I see how it is. So they're definitely... Hey, Green Von Gabriel, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, these are the zombie hula ghouls. These are for my Imperial Japanese, my Shibitos. We're about to paint one right now. I just got someone to 3D print these for me, so I'm pretty excited about them. Yeah, I saw GW do that. That was pretty classic. But like I said, I was talking to the guys at the shop. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think competition is great. I do love Konflikt 47. You guys know that. I have a whole channel based off it. But they don't have the best prices. Konflikt 47 is definitely not the best prices. Now, a lot of people will hear that and they'll knee jerk and they'll react like, well, compared to this and that. Compared to whatever you want, man. Because you take less and less actual bolt action units in armies, yes you can, but it's not really designed that way. Konflikt 47 isn't exactly the it's not the cheapest. It's good value still, and it's fun. I love Konflikt 47. But I'm very happy to see Games Workshop basically fire a shot across Warlord Games' bow. That makes me very happy. Because I want those two stores to compete. Because anything they compete on is going to be better for us. We're going to get better. A good example. We have a half-track and armored car and the Imperial Guard now. They actually said the word Imperial Guard. They brought back Yarick. These are good things. You know what I mean? Like, keep up the competition. That's awesome. That's phenomenal. Alright, let's get painted. I think we're going to paint the skirt and stuff first. Struggling to build and paint a painter tonight. All right, Panther tonight. Oh, well, you joined the right chat, man. That's what we do. We paint chat. So what color scheme are you doing for your Panther? Is this going to be a Africa Corps? Is this going to be Barbarossa up north? Is this like Italy, Germany? What do you got? Well, yeah. So like I said, Warlord Games. I think Warlord Games supplies good models for the money. But I think some of their packs are better values than others. And it's not soft. I'm not being salty about it, but I will always remember the Imperial Japanese or the Empires of Japan Konflikt 47 release. Like, oh, here's your starter, and they use the word army. Here's your starter army. It's like 10 dudes and like one Scorpion Walker and like I think a tank or something. So I'm like, are you serious? That was rough. I paint them like my past play. Just I love that. Oh, Red Panther's gotta look awesome, man. Which is fine. I understand. It's a Konflikt 47. You know, it's a very Rift Tech force. Everything's Rift Techy. I totally get that. I'm down with it. I think it's cool. What I wouldn't call it if it's less than 20 guys, I wouldn't use the word army. You know. They could have been like the Imperial Stealth Attack or Starter Imperial Force. You know, that's fine, but yeah, using the word army. I'm just looking at it like you gotta be fucking kidding me. I think it was like 17. I have to go back and look at it. I think it was like 17 guys. And that's me overestimating, I think. Exaggerating. It might be less. Alright, I think first thing we're going to start on is going to be the grass palms. Alright, take it easy, Sam. I am the motorcycle man. I appreciate you hanging out, man. I'm just now getting to the paint part. Sorry to chit chat. I had to wait for the model to be primed and dry. A small army is still an army, and it's 11. Oh, it was 11. Jesus, it's even worse. I can wait a bit. No, no, no. You're fine. Don't let me keep you up, Sim. I am. No, you're good, buddy. I was just waiting on these to dry a little bit. I said I'll be painting them again tomorrow. Yeah, we're going with orc flesh because I like the way it looks on my orcs, obviously. But I really like the way this contrast paint is. I think it's gonna look good as like a palm frond, you know. I want to get that waxy palm frond look, if you know what I'm talking about. Those of you who have been to the tropics. As you can tell, I sound much better than last weekend. I have gotten plenty of sleep and rest, which is nice. But again, I'm not trying to use the term. I'm not trying to shit on how anyone else plays Konflikt 7. You do you. A lot of people like the new edition. And I think that's great. I have my preferred playstyle, and that's just my preferred playstyle, and everybody else has theirs, so that's fine too. I like bolt action plus, basically, you know, but that's my style. I don't want to wish anyone to have to play my style because I definitely don't want to play anybody else's style, you know, so. Hopefully it doesn't come across that way. I should go on a cruise for myself. I'm still slowly working on the video, man. Every time I watch the video, I'm just like, man, I had so much fun on that thing. This is Tiki and I are still talking about. We can't wait to run another one. Yes, Ginny, that is great to hear. Tell him those are still rookie numbers. He needs to pump up his numbers, but yes, that's what I like hearing. Chihas for days, baby. The Shinhoto Chihas are absolutely lethal for the Imperial Japanese. Keep them on ambush. There we go. We got our grass skirt. It's kind of coming along. Like I said, we're going to do two coats of orc flesh. Get that nice waxy look. I should. That's one thing I need to do is... So, when I did that big event recently, because that one store was... luckily, it's not closing, it's just moving locations, so that's nice. But, we did that massive beach landing thing, and I pulled out like 2,500 points of my Imperial Japanese, and that's not even all of them. I have yeah, over 2,500 points. I'm like, man, I really need to get all of them out and like take a picture and like actually count out the points. It's ridiculous. I noticed that. I'm like, oh man, it's gonna clean me out. It's gonna be every model I have. We have to paint so many, like everything was already painted. I'm like, ooh, that's a problem. I was like, ooh, that's a lot of models. Those accrued rather quickly. And now we're doing the palm fronds on her wrists. And the grass around her ankles will leave Xandri dust to show dead grass. Yeah, our player's Japanese too. Yep, it's a thing, I'm telling you. Especially second edition bolt action. Yeah, you played the Japanese exactly like the orcs. I love my orcs and I still have them, and I'm going to keep collecting and painting them. But I'll probably only pull them out for apocalyptic games. But for 11th, I'm going to lean into Gene Sealer Colt. So, it's a chance I could also run a Imperial Agents if they keep that. I do love Imperial Agents, but I've already had an Imperial Agents army once, you know, so I'm trying to do armies I haven't had before. But if they keep the Codex, I may pick it up later on in the edition. We'll see. $6,000 Desert Brits. Oh my god. Yeah, you just keep adding in slowly and slowly and slowly. Oh, Ginny, I'm so excited for you. I'm extremely jealous. Hopefully next year I can get in on it. That's my goal. I would love to do an Apocalypse game next year. So I noticed I missed the waist, you know, where you usually have like a lot of flowers, but I'm not doing flowers. So these are gonna be simple. Right, there we go. Alright, so skin tone. I'm thinking Death Guard green. On top of this Xandri Dust base, I think it should just about work. With that many British one day arcade, I'll have to travel up to your area and we'll have to do a huge like 3K game. All joking aside, Jenny, it's not too hard. Just stand in the circle, you'll be all right. I'm just kidding now. Hopefully it goes well for you. I'm rooting for you. Well, that is sad. Forgot I was out of Death Guard green. I did not replace it, and that makes me very sad. So I can get a little bit of it left, just this test model. Come on, Pod Paint, don't fail me now. I know you're old. Ooh, I think this is one of the old ones, too. Nah, it's one of the newer ones. Man, how did I go through this much Death Guard green? Okay. Alright, not bad. Get some more paint on there and see what we think. Alright, see how the skin's kind of looking here. Wrong weak weight, wrong one. The now queen nom nom nom. You can't really quite tell. It's not really popping out against the Xandri Dust, but you can kind of see it. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's definitely the right color. I can see it already kind of starting to show a little bit. Once we get our skin tone in, I think. So what's gonna be fun with these is once we paint the swimsuit, the bikini tops, and we're gonna do them different colors. because they're monopost models. I think that's going to be the part that really makes the model like really stand out and pop. Alright, there we go. We're getting there. Alright. Trim some of this excess resin off her hair. I didn't see that earlier. Nice. Yeah, I like, so this music is it's available on the channel. It's that like 3.5 hour mix, and it's just my chill, laid back. It's AI made, that way I don't like strike anyone's copyright or anything like that. I know a lot of people don't like AI stuff, but it works for me. Alright, here she is. Push her back out there. So we're gonna do her hair real quick, because I want to make her head pop, her skin pop more. Alright, so this is my first time using Contrast Black Legion. Mostly use like Abaddon Black for everything, but even I haven't liked how like just straight black that is. So I'm excited to try this. I haven't used Contrast Black Legion yet. I've heard it's good for like black leather, but we'll see how it does on hair. So far, not too bad. Oh, is it Godson? Okay, so that's what I've been hearing. People are like, wait, you haven't been using this? It's like, no, like, you need to use this. I'm like, oh, okay. So that's how I feel about Snakebite Leather. Snakebite Leather has been like my favorite GW paint. I'll try and have the all the Zombie Hula Girl music songs set up for tomorrow for like the intro and the outro. Yeah, I can see where you'd say that. There's definitely more fluid, but yeah, it's easy to account for. Oh yeah. Coming together. yeah, I can say I'm definitely a fan of it. Nice. Alright. Sorry, I picked up a few extra spots here. And for the basing, ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna do my normal base. I may do it in a desert base. I'm not sure. To kind of make all the other stuff pop out. Ooh, I'm not sure. We'll see. I kind of want to keep the theming going, you know, of one color style basing. Alright, let's take a look at it, see what we're missing around here. Alright. Touch up some more skin spots. You need a luau pig objective marker? Absolutely. I do. I think that's the only thing I haven't built yet. I mean, I have my purple smoke markers for ejector markers. I haven't like made myself ejector markers. I need to. But I have enough pin markers. My little Tiki master, our little kid just glue those down on like a little 25mm base and call it a day too. A little lazy, but it was like a little fast, easy, lazy modeling. I do. This guy does, right? Alright, we're just going back in and adding some flesh where I missed. Luckily with this paint being old, it's kind of splotchy. It actually kind of helps perfectly with the dead skin, like covered in grass and growth, kind of like. Yep, World War II, you see him. I got him right now. I'm painting them up. Somebody finally 3D printed me some zombie hula girls. So I got the STL. I'm happy to share it. I got a Tiki point. Dan Legion, what's going on, buddy? Yes, we're working on our first zombie hula girl. I think next we're gonna pick out her bikini top, and then I think we'll hit the base. Then go back up and fix the. I'm going now, and that time calls. All right, take it easy, Prince Wall. Good painting, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. All right, so for this bikini top, because my Bugman Glow is hiding behind my Luxian purple, I think that's what we're gonna go with for our swimsuit. Or bikini top, as it were. And we'll take plenty of turns painting them all different colors. We'll have reds and purples and blues. You went 11 points over? Oh, heresy. Well, at least you're honest about it. So there's really cool ideas like that Weird War 2 that I don't disagree. I think they would look awesome, but they surpass my, not only my talent level, but also they surpass the level of which I'm willing to develop my talent. So because people are like, oh, just freehand that. I'm like, that's not happening. Not this guy. There are people much more skilled than I who can do that kind of stuff. Yellow polka dot. Yeah, no. We Ginny, somebody else already mentioned that. We're definitely gonna do a yellow one. We can do it. I have paint pens. So I can do a yellow polka dot, but the first one I think is gonna be purple. I was reminded of you guys. I'm sure y'all have all seen Pearl Harbor, the movie. Where it's like, hey, don't paint lopsided titties on my aircraft. That's what this reminds me of. Let's see if that color made it pop a little bit. But yeah, Weird War 2 is trying to be cool if I could get like lays or colored flowers in their hair. That also would look pretty neat. And that's really it. I think we're gonna do a little shading on the face. This crimson shade, kind of make it look like a little blood. So, damn Legion, you're not incorrect. Oh, let me not say that. You're not fully incorrect with what you said. No, I totally agree. Tora Tora is the better movie, or better. It is the better movie, but what we're saying is, you're like, Pearl Harbor isn't a movie, it's fiction. Movies can be fiction. I know what you were saying, and I get what you're saying. Tora Tora is the best, but some people don't have the time to sit down and watch Tora Tora. They don't want to read subtitles. Pearl Harbor still had some funny lines for what it was. Pearl Harbor got a lot of shit wrong, but it was shot well. It's an attractive movie, you know. Scored well, has good actors, funny lines. Tora Tora is amazing. Tora Tora is very historically accurate. It's got people on both sides making it. It's so good. RK, you say that. I'm telling you, man. I see it every week. There are reading is going out the window, and I'm not saying reading like critical reading or technical writing and reading, you know, or research style. No, I mean like straight up reading is tough for some people. It's getting bad out there. Alright, touch up some more of that skin. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with liking a movie that you know is inaccurate, you know? As long as you don't try and like cite it as an actual academic source or like, trust me, brah. Dirty Dozen is good. Alright. 6 Iron Men. The Eagle has landed. The Eagle landed is pretty damn good. Eagle has landed. Oh, so good. I think it's one of those like War II movies where it's mentioned a lot and people know about it, but it's not really like brought up that much in conversation as far as like some of the other big ones. It's definitely one of the War II movies I recommend because you don't have to know a lot going in. Like some movies be like, oh, okay, well, you know, this is going on. Okay, this is Burma, or hey, this is China, and no. Eagle's Land is just like right there. Bridge of River Kwai, it's not bad. It's good. I liked it. I don't know. I mean, it's a very good movie. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying like as far as I wouldn't say it's in like my personal top 5 favorite War II movies to like rewatch. I'm glad I watched Bridge of River Kwai, if that makes sense. I think it's a very strong and very good movie and a good message. But I'm not like, oh boy, let me plop down and watch that again. But I do feel that way for Bridge Too Far. Bridge Too Far I watch like every year. I could watch that. I love that one. Well, if you want a Weird World War II show, and you can find it for free on YouTube, is Legend of the Golden Monkey, I want to say? Is it called Legend of the Golden Monkey? Let me see. Let me find the link. It's a long time coming. Hold on. Give me a second. We're having a fit of sneezes here. Alright, I think that's all. Man, that was like 5 sneezes in a row. That was crazy. Don't forget Rat Patrol. Rat Patrol is another good one. I love Rat Patrol. Alright. Whew. Yeah, I have them on DVD too. We were watching. I'm glad I picked them up. Same thing with Rat Patrol. I picked up a DVD of. I don't forget. I picked up the collection of DVDs of Rat Patrol from like a Cracker Barrel as soon as I bought my Jeep back in 2015. So I'll give it a look at World War II. So that link I sent, that is all the tale. It's called Tales of the Golden Monkey. I don't know why I said Legend. Tales of the Gold Monkey is really cool. The main pilot or the main character, he used to be a flying tiger. He got wounded, right? There's gonna be a girl. She's gonna seem like a damsel in distress. She's not. Keep an eye on her. She's actually pretty well written. So you're gonna ask yourself, what is this golden monkey people are fighting over? Well, it's mostly just first episode, but not all of it. What makes this monkey so valuable is it was forged by these monks, and it was forged in a way that's different from all their types of gold forging. And it has a unique alloy to it, and that alloy is able to maintain temperature and electrical current, which is now becoming very popular, especially to the Germans who are trying to do rocket train advanced science. So that's why everyone's going after this golden monkey. It's not just for the money, for what it's worth. It's also for the unique type of metallurgy and connectivity of this special, not blend, I already said it, alloy of gold. Oh yeah, the pastor, yeah. Keep an eye on the missionary. Yeah, so we're looking for something kind of Konflikt 47. This is much more like Strange Brigade, Mummy, Indiana Jones style than Konflikt 47 style. Alright, let's take a look at our... Oh yeah, combat wasn't bad. But I'm glad something Eagles has landed. I love Eagles has landed. That's a really good one. So it's funny, as I was going to sleep one day, I have like my TV set on and just like random stuff. So this random thing came on. I think it was on like this hunting channel. Anyways, they were doing like a weird gun challenge. This is at like 2 a.m. in the morning, right? So I don't know if you guys have seen this. I'll try and find it on YouTube. But they were testing out the Thompson. So what they did is they were testing out what it was like to be airborne. So they took a couple of military veterans, I think they're Green Berets, and they lifted them up in full World War II gear, right? And they were rigged up to this crane. And they lifted them up like as high as a paratrooper would have been coming in, and they had some targets set out. And so he had to actually, they slowly lowered him and moved him with the crane while he shot from the air with the Thompson trying to hit these targets. It's kind of humorous to see. He was trying to like single tap it. That wasn't doing very well. Alright, there we go. We get to work on that base. Nice, look at you, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I know there's a range in Las Vegas. They do all sorts of cool weapons, modern stuff like that. But if you want to shoot some historical stuff, they have a lot of cool historical firearms there. It's on my list of places to go to. Hey, what's going on, HS? How you doing, buddy? We're just painting up our first zombie hula ghoul. Super cool to see. I don't think I've ever seen that. I've never seen LOLORK. I'll have to check that out. I wish I could get the reference, but I'm not quite sure. Now, you go ahead and put this in the comments if you guys want. Go ahead and list your favorites. You can only pick one. Favorite World War II movie. Not show, not series. What is your favorite World War II movie? pretty sure I've talked about mine before, and if you pay attention to some of the videos I use, I actually use footage from it quite a bit. So mine might be easy to guess. But I'm curious to see what yours is. Eagle has landed. Okay, it's a classic. Midway. Ooh, that's a good choice. Eagles, Langan, Remagen, and Midway. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Sands and Iwo Jima. Ooh, not bad. All right. So I'm seeing everybody's putting in their or two ones. Mine is a movie called Memphis Belle. Memphis Belle it's been one of my favorite movies since I was a kid. Definitely one of my favorite World War II movies. My favorite World War II movie of all time, if I can only watch one. Memphis Belle was absolutely amazing. And ironically enough, I ended up enlisting in the Air Force too. So now it's even got even more meaning for me. It's got Sean Astin. Oh, it's got a lot of actors. Lithgow. The guy who did Phantom and Titanic. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. He's a great guy. If you have never seen the movie Memphis Belle, absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I know it line by line, quote by quote. My brothers and I quote it to each other all the time. Now, I know Apple came out with that new Masters of the Air thing. I didn't watch it. I like alternate history as much as the next guy, I really do. They said it was historically based, and then I saw Red Tails escorting 8th Bomber Group, and I'm like, that never happened, ever. It's like they took two famous units and just stuck them together for reasons, you know, and didn't explain why. So I didn't watch it on purpose. But if you want to watch a good movie about the 8th Air Force, I cannot more highly recommend any World War II movie than Memphis Belle. Later, take it easy, HS. Yeah, no. Ironically, both the Red Dawns are available on YouTube. I don't know if you guys ever watched this, but if you want like open source intelligence on some shit going on in the world, pay attention to YouTube. Pay attention to what movies they make free and when they make them free. It's absolutely hysterical. Whoever is doing that loves their job, and they're great. It's actually a funny, if you're a big reader too, there's a funny bit, I want to say it's in Red Storm Rising, Tom Clancy book, where they're trying to anticipate when Russians are going to go hot. And so one guy focuses on all the TV shows and movies that they're airing. And sure enough, they're airing this one, you know, obscure, or most Russian cinema's obscure. It was one obscure movie, but it was very patriotic and stuff like that. And that was like their first warning sign. The book or the movie? You have to let me know whether you mean the book or the movie, RK. I don't know when the book came out. I think the book was written around the time that it's set. But no, that's a movie that does not to be remade. They nailed Last of the Mohican with all the nature shots. That was the whole point. But yeah, so that's my recommendation. If you haven't seen it, go find Memphis Belle. It's got plenty of actors you'll recognize. You know, Sean Austin's probably one of the biggest ones. Oh, I bet it was a remake. That's an old book. Ooh, Falling Skies. I think I've seen that one before. I think the first couple. I think it was like the first season was good, like when they were like the Resistance and kind of scrappy. But I think you can only hold on to that storyline for so much, just like a real Revolution, you know? And it starts to kind of grow stale. But I remember I liked the first season. Alright, so we're going to let that basing dry a little bit, then we'll hit it with another coat. But yeah, highly recommend Memphis Belle, man. If you haven't seen it, oof, so good. It really captures, of all the movies out there, there's some good movies, like, don't get me wrong, Band of Brothers, of course it has, like, 10 episodes to do it in, so a little different, right? Memphis Belle really captures a spirit of core, you know, of being in there, being with your brothers, being in harm's way, the good and the bad. It's really well done with that. Well, yeah, okay, no, I don't disagree with you. And like I said, so I think some remakes are good. I think when you have something new to offer, like a good example, the Dunes. The Dunes keep getting remakes, right? Like you've probably seen the older Dune from the 70s, and there's another Dune in the 2000s, and they're working on the new Dunes now, right? The book's been around for a long time. It's a huge, long series. But because there's so much going on, you need the technology to portray that. I don't mind Dune remake movies. I like seeing other people's approach to stuff. Pacific versus Band of Brothers. I think it's a debate a lot of people have. I think they're hard to compare. I think it's like comparing an apple to a pineapple, right? Yes, they're both fruit. Yes, they both have the word apple in it, but they're just two entirely separate things. I was catching up on the chats. They all kind of came in at once. But, no, I mean, I like Pacific for what it was, but it's one of those things where, like, I'll watch it, like, oh, yeah, I'll watch this, like, once or twice. Yeah, not bad. But then again, I heard they tried it again with Masters of the Air, but I didn't watch it. That, and it's not their fault. I don't blame this for them. There's not a lot of flying B-17s safely, right? You know, since that one went down at that air show, they kind of grounded a lot of them, you know? But, it's just not something I want to see CGI. If we're doing Masters of the Air, you know, and they're flying B-17s, I don't want to see it CGI'd. I know there's nothing they can do, and it's not fair to them. That's fine, that's fair, but we have Memphis Belle. We have actual real footage. They do a little bit of modeling and stuff like that, like when the planes crash, of course, because they're not going to crash real B-17s. But the flying is real. Like, it's, I don't know. It's like aviation porn. So I'm like, hey, do you want to pay for a show that did CGI B-17s? And says it's historical, but it already fucked up a huge thing in history? And I'm like, no, I'm not paying for that. They have had some wild World War II movies that came out. Well, I don't know. Did anyone see that one World War II movie? I think it was like the Postal Unit. I couldn't help but think that was like an inside joke or like a tax write-off, but they actually spent money to film, and nothing, no disrespecting the people who actually served in that postal unit. Mail, especially when you're deployed, mail is very important to morale. I'm not downplaying their contribution. But really, in World War II, they're like, oh, you know how hard it was? Like, oh my god. Ugh. I don't know. I couldn't. I don't know. I couldn't fathom they made that movie. It surprised me. Yeah, I can believe that. But the Jeeps. No, I'm not saying, I'm not downplaying their significance to the war effort, but just like of all the things to spend celluloid on or film, I couldn't believe it. Yeah, I always forget Dolph Lundgren's also highly, highly intelligent too. I always forget that. That dude's like rocket scientist sharp. All we're doing is just putting on another coat of this this matte green that I use for basing. I'm hoping that'll help that skin pop a little bit more. Yeah, Commander, when you said that, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I think the first official post carrier was probably a mule. You know, but yeah. Descendants. Why does Descendants sound so familiar? I feel like I've heard of that. Couldn't be a runner. I feel like I know what Descendants is. Why does that sound so familiar? I cannot place. Man, I think my memory's just shot today. And then RKO, they were like, oh, you remember the Burma game? I was like, when the fuck did we play a Burma game? I was like, I'm pretty sure we never played a Burma game. You know, they showed up, he's like, oh yeah, I had a mistake. And I was like, oh, God. Now I can't tell what's my bedroom and what's someone else's. Alright, now we're just waiting on that basing to dry a little bit, and we'll start touching up the rest of the Zombie Hula Girl, and that'll be our template model. I think I need to go back over the skin tone. It's still looking a little yellow for me, you know? Alright. Oh, also the other thing I noticed, I posted a picture of it. If you look at the Game Workshop their Adepticon preview. The black background with stripes of colors, blue, red, yellow, green, and like orange, right? With shadows of people, like shadows of units behind it. Then if you look at the Konflikt 47 rulebook, or even their preview, it's the exact same thing. Different colors, of course, and different units, but I'm like, that's too much of a coincidence. They're totally saying they see bolt action. And Konflikt 47 out there, and they noticed, you know. So I think they're going to try and sweetheart the guard back to him this edition, but we'll see. Alright. Yeah, I think for this we're going to have to work on this, the skin tone a little bit. Yeah. Well, a lot of their models are copied off something else too, you know, so I'm not surprised. Alright. Shaking up the Death Guard green. Shaking up the green, Death Guard green, Ooh man, I just got hit with a wave of exhaustion. May end the stream a little bit early out there. We'll see. So he gets more paint. So he gets more paint on this model. Yeah, he did. He absolutely stole it from Highline. But like I said, it's still fun to use. So I don't know. I've never been that mad. As you guys can tell, I've taken some shots at Warlord Games, even though I play their game a lot, you know. But I've never really been mad at Games Workshop. I know their shit's expensive, so if I buy their model, I know that I'm buying it. The only reason why I buy their models, I can't get something else elsewhere if I just really like the look of it, or if I'm like screwed into buying that model. I'm like, ugh, you know. But I don't know. I mean, I've played their game since 7th and 8th. I like it. Not a big fan of like the whole tournament scene and that whole thing, but play it how you want. We're starting a narrative thing soon, so I think that's going to be a huge fit for us. I think it's going to go well. So I've just never been like a super anti-GW guy. I like cracking jokes, of course, but I've never been like with vitriol. Or I guess there's something now without Konflikt 47. I think there was like a negative K47 group. I don't know. Alright, so let's get some paint on these guys. Alright. We are working on the skin tone. We're working on Death Guard green. I like Warlord. Like I said, I have some of their models. I definitely like the look of a Clockwork Goblin style, the first edition of Konflikt 47. I like the look of those models. These next editions, I mean, they still look cool, but they're almost a little leaning more towards the weird side, which is fine and all. Don't get me wrong, that's fine. But I'm like, I kind of like my normal stuff, you know. But yeah, some people like do what you can handle, you know. No one knows what you make better than you do, so buy, build, or 3D print to your heart's content. Yeah, so as long as your dice runs well, then yeah, as long as it passes the box test. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on the chat. Ooh. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm glad they're bringing all this stuff back. I think they got lit up on that video. I'd like to go back and see the ratio on it. It's probably pretty bad. Oh, he may go in on the bots now, huh? All right. Okay, I see you. I see you. Oh, this paint is so hard to mix up. Mix paint, mix. Sounds cool, Green Vault. Definitely unique. Alright, there we go. Alright. Bunch of flying bots from the Killer Bee game sitting around. Thought I'd make some British flying bots. That's pretty cool. What better protect London from the bombings and the blitzes than some flying robots? That'll never go wrong for anybody. All right. So that is a base coat for the basing and just a few of the simple colors on our Zombie Hula Girl. Almost fully painted. Tomorrow we'll pick it up, we'll start painting some more. We'll hold it right here in the camera for a little bit. Yeah, so we went for the purple top and everything, but not bad. I enjoyed it. I think it's a cool model. Super happy someone printed these out for me as a gift. Like, I think it's like 26. So mad shout out to Fable and Sam. You guys are awesome. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for printing me these out. Man, these things are awesome. All right, let me put that down. Like I said, I got hit, unfortunately, with a serious wave of exhaustion, so I'm going to definitely be calling it a few minutes early. Hope that's alright, chat. It's been a good one. Like I said, I got to unveil this super cool surprise, super cool thing that I got. I was very proud of it. Luckily, I have a lot of friends locally, and they're super supportive of the channel and everything, and I really appreciate that. These guys are awesome. Alright. Oh, also during the stream I talked a little bit about the event. I actually talked a good amount about the event. We'll talk about it again tomorrow, some more finer details of kind of what we're looking at, you know? Different options. And super excited for Warfire Games to get back and let me know. So. Now I hear the song. So, for those of you guys who are going off to sleep like I'm about to, you know, because it's a wave of exhaustion hit me. Hope you get that good dead sleep where you like fall asleep and you like wake up freaking out thinking you're already late. You look at your watch and it's an hour before you're supposed to be at work, but you feel absolutely fully rested. Not just fully rested, but you have like one good like adrenaline kind of thing that happened to you. You feel like on top of the world. I hope you guys get that. For those of you guys headed off to work, I hope it's a super easy day. I'm pretty sure, hopefully, you have a holiday coming up soon. I think some people do. And as always, I hope you guys stay safe, stay hydrated, and don't forget to relax today. You're on Tiki Time.
Shipwrecked soldiers on wooden sand, type array rifles in hand, hula gals with sunburned smiles, no war drums, just beach for miles. Ghost park by Tiki lights, shadows dance in tropic nights, sand beneath where boots once stood, paradise ain't so misunderstood. Lost in waves and hula tunes, tiki drinks and months of moons, forgot the fight in distant lands, just surf and play with tired hands. Bunkers built from palm and hope, coconuts and crude soap, imperial dreams fade in sun, warriors turn beach bums. Shine to ocean gods we raise, praying for forgotten days, sake in the campfire glow, life's a surfboard ebb and flow. Lost in waves and hula tunes, tiki drinks and months of moons, forgot the fight in distant lands, just surf and play with tired hands. Lost in waves and hula tunes, tiki drinks and months of moons, forgot the fight in distant lands, just surf and play with tired hands.